Welcome to the Tic-Heads podcast. Good evening, good morning, good night. Joined today by another TikToker, a disability TikToker who also has Tourettes.
This is a hairy little minge, sorry.
Baylen Dupree, welcome to the show.
Hi, Peanut. It's so good to be here.
We're glad you're here. This has been a long time coming, actually, so I'm really fucking stoked about this. Run it.
I'm so excited. I've been trying to do this for months.
Yeah, I know that sometimes it does happen with the best of us, but you're here now, so welcome. How you been? How was your week? Or how was your fucking Easter, actually?
My Easter was good. I spent it with my boyfriend and his family in Virginia.
Oh, nice.
Before we get into this, are you too worried because you've both got quite strong Tourettes that you're just going to set each other off for the whole interview? Because that's kind of happened for the last 5 minutes here when we've been setting up. Leighton, whenever he sees you tick, he's kind of ticking, and then vice versa.
Fuck.
Because we all have ball sacks. I have a 9-inch penis.
Yes!
So it's
Okay.
I'm not really like worried about what ticks he has or it going back and forth. I actually was just in a room with 320 other individuals that all have penises. That all have Tourette's.
Fuck that.
And it was the first time that I've ever been around so many people that have it, even let alone know people and have friends and individuals that I've met in person. And I went home with half a dozen new ticks. Gobble, gobble, fat,
Yeah, I like that.
blood strips.
So
I'm not, it's a risk you take, but it's worth it. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Right. Yeah, I would never put myself in that position to be around that many fuckheads. I can't stand fuckheads. I can't stand people with Tourette's in a room. So if I'm in a room and I'm around them, I'll take myself out. Talking to Bay's okay because we're friends. But like putting myself in a room with brand new people, that's not happening today, bro. I'm not going to sit here.
Is it the ticks that set each other off, or is it?
Yeah, it's a bit of both, really. It's a bit of like, fuck! It's a bit, Baylen's fine. Bays is fine. But I'm not going to sit here and listen to other new people as well because that'll just set me off. So, yeah, it's pretty hickey bo becky, but at the same time, that is life. Yeah. We've got a couple of questions for you, Bays, if you're keen to answer them.
Can I ask about the Can I ask about your ticks first, Baylen? Because you've got these very unique ticks, and that's what I find quite interesting on your TikTok. Like, wind it up. Wind it up's a favourite. There's something about a rotisserie chicken. Is that going to set you off?
Tap that wiener, tap the rotisserie chicken. Yeah, it's going to set all my ticks off.
What are the new ones? What are the new ones you've picked up?
I am a goat. I'm a goat. Yes, the yelling. Penis, everything. Penis! Everything's a penis. I have a 9-inch penis. I know what a 9-inch penis looks like. Everything.
Nice.
All between. Penis!
Did you happen to be around black people? Sorry, bad one. Go on. This is going to be great fun from us. I'm going to be absolutely fucking shattered when I end up going home from this.
3BC! Big black cucumber.
Oh, I like that. I really do. So, at what age were you diagnosed, Bays? What age?
On it up.
What age were you diagnosed with Tourette's?
I was diagnosed when I was 17, so it was like back in penis land. It was back in like 2020.
Mm-hmm.
How old
my
diagnosis was really complicated. They didn't really know what it was.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting because Tourette's is so misunderstood and really hard to diagnose in a way. Every doctor I went to didn't specialize in Tourette's. They were just a neurologist. They didn't specialize in movement disorders and specifically Tourette's. And it's very rare that you find a doctor that it's a ball sack.
Yeah, most of them are ball sacks.
Yeah, ball sacks.
Yeah, I was the same when I was growing up. There was only a few of them around that could actually help me out, being one or two in the country. And, I mean, we're a small country, and They were amazing to help me, yeah.
Were you the same where they didn't think it was
USA,
Tourette's for a while?
USA.
Fuck the USA. No, I was much the same as in, like, I think she got diagnosed quite late. I got diagnosed really early.
Oh, yeah.
Mine were from the age of 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did they think you had, Baylen, before they diagnosed you with Tourette's? Because obviously you still had the tics and stuff, right?
Yeah, so they thought it was Tourette's.
Oh, yeah.
But then
Your mum has a stink
COVID
vajayjay.
happened.
Sorry.
COVID happened and they got worse, and he was like, this isn't Tourette's, this is conversion disorder. And then he was like, it's not conversion disorder, I don't know what it is. I can't treat you as a patient anymore. You shouldn't.
That was a big
Line up. You shouldn't go out in public. You shouldn't work. You shouldn't drive. You shouldn't go to college, etc. He just told me that he can't diagnose me with Tourette's because he specializes in epilepsy. So I have to go find a neurologist that specializes in movement disorders. So then I flew out to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, and the lady there diagnosed me with Tourette's, and she was like, I see thousands of patients that have Tourette's every day, and this is 100% Tourette's.
Yeah.
So that from that point on, when I was 17 in 2020, after I graduated in 2021, is when I got my full diagnosis.
Yeah. Yours are quite late, eh? Because mine came on at the age of 4. I always find it intriguing when like teenagers in their late teens get Tourette's, because it's a start of a development thing for young adults. So I find it very intriguing when people develop something like this.
So
for
did
something
you
so late.
you developed it when you were 17? It wasn't something you had your whole life?
No, so I had tics when I was 7 years old. Like,
okay,
it, like when I was younger, and then it like it went away for a certain period of time, and then came back when I was between the ages of 15 and 16.
Your mom has a
But
shit car.
they were so mild that they didn't interfere with anything. I probably ticked 10 times a day, and it didn't like impact me to go get a diagnosis until it started getting worse with the school and anxiety and things going on in my life. That's when my pediatrician recommended me to the neurologist that diagnosed me with Tourette's first, but then told me that he couldn't.
Shit vagina, shit mum.
So what?
Vagina!
Do you know what sort of Tourette's you do have, and how it impacts your day-to-day life?
Wait, what do you mean what Tourette's I have?
Well, there's different types of Tourette's out there. I have coprolalia, and only 10% of the population have coprolalia. What kind of Tourette's do you have, Baze?
So I know that I have like echolalia and exopraxia. I have the not corpo. I have corpopraxia as well, where you're like flipping off.
Yeah.
What's the one where you read if you read your tics?
I do that all the time as well. I also have echolalia. Echolalia is like repeating people or mocking people, eh? Like if they say something, you'll say it back to them, but harsher and 10 times worse. So I have that as well. I don't know, but I just know I have coprolalia, but I don't know the other ones. There's like 12 different ones. Too many fucking learning curves.
Yeah, so I have too many to know all of them. But I used to have coprolalia, but I don't anymore.
Yeah. You found.
I have a penis. I have a 9-inch penis.
Woo! So you used to have coprolalia, which is the swearing.
You're done.
You used to have coprolalia, which is the swearing Tourette's, right?
Yes.
How did you find ways to benefit and slow that from happening?
So I see my CBIT therapist, so cognitive behavioral interventional like therapist for like tics. And I always used to work with her through Zoom, and we learned breathing techniques. So if you breathe in through your mouth for 6 seconds and breathe out your nose for 4 seconds, and you repeat it, when you breathe in through your mouth, you can't talk.
True.
So therefore it's sending signals to your brain that's saying, okay, focus on breathing so you don't focus on ticking. And so you do that for a minute, and you keep doing it until your urge goes away. but it's kind of unreasonable to do it for every single vocal tic because it is used as a technique for every single vocal tic, but it's unreasonable to use it every second of every day. Ball sack.
Heil Hitler.
But when she taught me it at first, which was a penis bell,
Yeah, we love them. Give me a
was
fucking
months
black
ago,
cock. Sorry,
like
yep.
9 months ago, she taught me it, and I was doing it wrong. I was going in through my nose and out through my mouth like you would regularly breathe. I tried reverse, like reversing words. So instead of saying fuck, I'd say puck, and it would still release the same premonitory urge. I also tried camouflaging. I used to try camouflaging.
What the fuck is that?
Like where I would say words, I'd be like, what the fuck? And I would only be like, what the heck does that mean? But I'd have to throw in the F word there. So I use it to camouflage
Right.
the tic that I had to urge that I had to release.
I used to do
so
that
there's
as well.
Tons of techniques and things that I've learned through CBIT therapy that has helped me way more than like medicine wise per day.
Yeah, no, that was good. Thank you for that. I used to do the whole camouflage. Jesus, I used to do the whole camouflaging as well because plank your mother's penis. I used to literally work at a Countdown, which is a supermarket chain here in New Zealand, and they were absolutely amazing. They would let me mask my tics. We call it masking here. Mask your fat minge. Masking so I can try and hide them. So instead of like me going like, for example, oh, how's your day going? I'd go, far! How's your day going? I'd go far out, like fuck out. Like instead of something like that, I'd go far out. How's your fucking day going? Or something like that, and mask the F word in there somewhere.
People
but I'd
just
still
thought you were
tick.
a real nice guy.
People just thought I was an absolute fucking Fruit Loop. That's what they used to think. Has there ever been a particular situation that your Tourette's has gotten you in trouble?
Yeah, when I was going through airport I have a gun. Going through airport
Give
security.
me a bomb! Allahu Akbar! I am Muhammad! Hussein!
I have a gun. I have a bomb.
Yep, bombs
We're
up
all
my
gonna
asshole. 9 bombs up my
That's
ass.
what I said. This is you setting each other off.
Yep. 9 bombs in my rectum.
The first time I ever flew, was when I flew to the Dr. Phil show with my parents.
You're American. You can an AK-47.
There were 2 times at the airport where I was like banging. You know when you go through and you got to give them your passport or your ID and there's that little box that they're in? Yeah, I was punching it.
What did they do to you? Did they like...
He was screaming at me. When I mean man screaming, I mean man screaming. And my mom's yelling at him. She's like, she's got fucking Tourette's. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, can I keep going? Like my urge is not for him. And then after that happened, we're going through like the actual line. I'm going to taking my shoes off. And I look at one of the officers and I flip him off. And I look at him while I'm doing it. And he gets like really mad and he's like, whoa, 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 man. And then he pauses and he's like, my dad says to him, he goes, my daughter has Tourette's. Like she doesn't mean any of it. Like it was completely innocent. He was like, I feel like an idiot. He was like, my daughter has Tourette's. The police officer said this. And he was like, he felt so bad. Good. And I was like, listen, I hate going through TSA. I always end up getting patted down. And it's not good when you have tics that are like, I have a gun and I have a bomb and we're all going to die and I'm going to kill you. And I will find you and I will kill you.
What about when you get on the plane, Baylen? I was talking to Leighton about this the other day. And in flight,
floppy fish. Like? Sorry.
Okay, so I take sleep pills to fly because I like pass out because I am petrified of heights.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I don't want to tick on the flight. I would rather just be asleep because I pass out in the airport before we even walk in. I'm just, so I take medicine and I'm out like the entire time.
Yeah.
So it works out very well.
I've got a really funny yarn for you. When I go through TSA, I also bop the fucking little containers that you put all your shit in, right? I also bop the containers myself in TSA. So it's really funny. Instead of me putting all my shit in, I'll put my hand in like a penis flopping around or a fish. Hey, scan my penis. It's pretty funny.
What do people do when they see it? They just go, oh, yes.
No. Well, most people know me, but I did have this Pākehā fella at the Auckland airport here who got really pissed off with me and tried to get me arrested. And I literally told his superiors that he was the biggest piece of shit I've ever met in TSA ever.
He's a piece of weenie, little baby weenies.
Yeah, can't fucking stand that dude. I don't know if he still works there now, but anyway.
I don't like the name Mike.
What would you say your favourite tick is, if there is one? Because I've got one.
I have a 9-inch penis. I don't know. My boyfriend asks me this all the time, and I don't know. And he always says, I have one, too.
I have one.
The same thing.
I have one of yours, Baylen.
Yeah, everyone else has.
It's you're done.
Else has one.
You're done. You're done.
You're done.
That's my favorite.
You're done.
Yeah. Mine probably is, I picked up,
BBC.
mine's probably smack my rotisserie fucking chicken. That's mine from Baylen.
The chicken.
Yeah, a tippy tap on your fucking rotisserie chicken in a minute, baby. Come here. Sorry. But yeah, that's my favourite one. My favourite one I say around Olivia is, you're not wearing any underwear. I'll always yell, you're not wearing any knickers at a public restaurant or something. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because has AIDS.
Yeah. AIDS are for gays. All
that
right.
was my favorite.
Elton John has AIDS. Sorry.
Baylen,
Vickers has AIDS.
obviously you're so big
He's
on
my
social
brother.
media now and TikTok and Instagram Reels. What pushed you into creating content with your disability? Was it kind of an accident how it happened and how it blew up, or were you intentional when you saw other creators and you were like, oh, I want to try this for myself?
I didn't plan for it to happen. So one of my videos prior got like 1 million views, but like everyone was like hating on it and like was like confused what was going on. So I made a video explaining it. And when I did, I kind of like did it as a way of like, I need to stop hiding, because at the time, my friends knew I had movements, but they didn't know they had tics. And then going from 10 tics a day to going virtual online for 2 years, I cut everyone out of my life.
Yeah.
Like all the friends that I had, no one knew like how bad my condition was until I was like going through a store and some girl was videoing me. This was the same day that I went home, and suck a penis.
Woo!
I went home and made the video. She was recording me in a store, and I assumed like making fun of me because I wasn't the way that I was in high school that I was then in the store. But
I personally have had a few crazy instances like that as well. I have people filming in stores all the time now, like older people recording me saying, you're a piece of shit. And it's a real big like insight into one's life when you have like elder generations like recording you going, look at this disgusting human being. I'm like, bro, I understand you have a partner. How does he initially react to you having Tourette's, and how does he manage now? Fuck a duck. Sorry.
so we met on Hinge.
Oosh.
We went on our first date with my best friend, actually. At the
No.
time, yeah,
You did that to him?
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Well, she got stood up, so we were trying to plan like a double date type thing, and it just ended up working out. And he was like, "It's fine. Like, I don't care. You can bring her." Like, he felt like it would make me more comfortable for my tics
Fair enough.
something like that. Just because.
Woo!
So he brought his dog also at the time. I held in my tics a lot. It's just kind of a natural type of instinct that I go to, especially when meeting new people. And we went to an apple orchard, which I absolutely like loved our first date, and I love apple orchards.
That's so American.
But I just it's so there's so many people, so it's really hard to like I don't, there's just a lot of people, which would lead to a lot of tics, but I would just would lead to a lot of just
craziness.
You get it. Just
Yeah, I get
people
it.
that are mean.
Yep.
And especially when you have like little kids. Like I remember one time at Thanksgiving one year, my mom invited these people and they all sat around the table and I was like their actor. I was like the show.
Woo-hoo,
And they
big
all
summer
like
blowout.
laughed. They were like little kids. Wee, big summer blowout.
I love that.
Hello. Yeah, I had a really good first date.
Yeah. And
I mean, we're doing good now, and he didn't really ask me about my tics or anything in person on our first date, which was really important to me because
nice.
I didn't want someone that referred to me as like my Tourette's or wants to know more on our first date. Like we're on our first date, like no more than just my Tourette's. Like we're on our first date. You don't need to know how to nurture me. Like it's okay. I can handle a lot. But that was really important to me, which eventually we got into more questions being asked the more dates we went on.
Right.
But he also didn't know who I was through social media, which to me that played like a really big like impact because I kind of didn't want anyone who knew me through social media in a way.
Yeah.
Just from it's just different, like coming from like knowing people that like use it as like almost like leverage, like me and Baylen were best friends in 8th grade. No, we weren't. Don't add me back on Snapchat. You bullied me in 7th grade. Get out of here. Like I see so much stuff where I'm like, I remember there's this one fucking guy that I knew in 8th grade. And all of a sudden I'm going through my comments and he's like, yeah, I knew her and she sat next to me in science class and she didn't tick one.
Oh man.
Listen,
I get that every fucking week.
Listen.
With your partner, you say he didn't recognize you from social media. When he matched with you on Hinge, did you have on your profile, because I asked Leighton about this when he was on dating apps back in the day, did you have on there that you had Tourette's? So he knew going into the date that you had Tourette's. And did you warn him the extent of it?
Okay, so in my Hinge profile, I didn't say anything about social media. I said something you don't know about me, and then the thing underneath it was I have Tourette syndrome.
I have a big penis.
And he liked a photo of me holding like 2 Starbucks cups, and he asked me something about getting coffee or something, and I left him on red. I was like, I don't know. And then he texted me back again. I was like, I need to just let it just wait like a couple days. Like I can't dive right in. And then he texted me again an hour later and he asked me what my favorite ice cream was because I said that my ice cream was my favorite thing on there.
Neapolitan. One in the stink, 2 in the pink.
When he liked my profile, he knew that I had Tourette's, but he didn't know how severe it was. But I showed him my profile. I was like, these are my videos. And he sat there and he watched my videos because he's never met anyone with Tourette's. So he didn't want to say anything wrong or do anything wrong.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice.
And so he watched my videos, which was super sweet, but he didn't tell me that at the time. So I didn't know that. But he looked me up. I didn't like give him any of my socials because he responded back after we started talking about ice cream and was like, I don't know why you received so much hate. I had no idea you were on social media, but you don't deserve the hate that you get just because you have a condition. And a lot of things that I get now being on social media is that he's so patient with me and that it takes someone patient. Well, I'm pretty sure that you have to be patient with literally everyone in a relationship to be in a relationship with them. And people think that it's that like I'm hard to love because I have Tourette's. And again, that's like so disheartening because people look at me as I'm just Tourette's.
Yeah, same.
And that's all I am. And that's all I ever will be. And I'm not moving from that. And I'm not Baylen. I'm just Tourette's.
Yeah.
And it's really hard, like when you try to even through social media show that and try to change your content. It's kind of difficult. It's very difficult when it comes to that way because
I'm interested in that, Baylen. What kind of content do you want to move towards?
I love ASMRs, and you're probably like, why would you do that with Tourette's? But I love ASMRs. I also really love the gym and I'm really into fitness, and I also want to become a personal trainer. So I wanted to start doing gym videos with my boyfriend because we go to the gym together all the time. And I mean, we're pretty funny, so.
Well, you know you're a funny person as well. Hey, just going back on what you said before, I'd film Olivia and I, my fiance, going out to dinner. And I'd always tell the waiter to sit on my face. And people in the comments are like, I could never handle if my partner did that. I'm like, bro, I've got a disability, man. It's not like I can help it.
Yeah, you're not consciously deciding to say that.
It's not like they didn't know going into the relationship that they know that they have Tourette's.
Yes, but it's
I
like,
just sometimes don't understand people. People
People
get me so heated. User 98685823. Why are you telling me that I don't have Tourette's because your cousin has Tourette's and we don't have the same Tourette's?
Yes!
Make that make sense. Apparently, people have stage 4 Tourette's, so when I figure out where they got their PhD from, I'll let them know, because there's some things people say where I'm like, why are we doing this?
100%, 100%.
It's even talking to both of you now, it's such a spectrum. It's like saying to someone who's got asthma but they can still hike, that they don't have asthma because it's not the same as someone else's. It's such a spectrum even between the two of you. The way that you react to each other and the way that you both tick is completely different, but you've both got Tourette's.
Nah, I know. You smile heaps. You mustn't have depression or do this or do that.
Exactly,
it's like, who the fuck are you? Where did you get your fucking PhD from, cunt?
Yeah. Oh. Especially with epilepsy. I use epilepsy as a comparison because would you tell someone if you didn't see them have a seizure that they don't have epilepsy?
Yeah.
You wouldn't say that. You wouldn't do that, or you wouldn't comment on it.
No, you wouldn't. It's just because it's abstract and it looks a little bit different. People think they have an opinion on it. Oh, she shouldn't be saying that. Yeah. She doesn't have Tourette's. My cousin has this. Shut your mouth!
All right, Baylen, that's kind of all the time we've got, but thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Before we let you go, make sure you do follow Baylen Dupree on TikTok and Instagram if you're not already. And can we get one more?
I have a 9-inch penis.
One more, you're done, and one more tippity tappity slappity the rotisserie chicken.
Fuck yeah!
Stop that we attacked rotisserie chicken.
There we go. We're going to send her out on a beautiful tick.